At the beginning of the episode, we see a scene with Doug, who brings a magazine. It's a spiritual magazine that's 15 years old. Inside, there's an article featuring Dr. Skinner and another person, a researcher from MIT. The community that Doug once encountered has now taken a physical space in the world in the form of a new religion. They've basically created their own religion, and the place is called the Tower of Truth. Elena is completely shocked upon seeing it. There's a man sitting there, basically acting like he's God. These people have created something called an imitation mind. They live cut off from the rest of the world and have no connection to the outside. So, it's a perfect hiding spot for Dr. Skinner. Elena is asked if she can access the imitation. She replies that it's difficult because the place is disconnected from the outside world. They mention Naga, the AI that operates there. Chris asks Elena how she knows this, and she says it's because she grew up in that very place. The plan is formed: if Elena returns as a believer, she might be able to get access again and infiltrate the place. But since Elena is still a child, they hesitate to send her alone. Elena explains that if an adult goes, it will raise suspicion. So, they decide to send someone else along with her, Leland, another young person like her. They begin their journey and explain to Elena that they'll be staying at a nearby motel as their base. She's to go in, find any information she can about Skinner, and send them a signal. If they don't hear from her in 72 hours, they'll come to rescue her. They give her a flare, basically a smoke bomb for signaling. Finally, Elena and Leland arrive at the Tower of Truth. As they enter, people look at them strangely. One of the girls, named Hannah, recognizes Elena and introduces her as Lynn, saying she's a friend. Elena meets other people she knew from before, like Carlo. Eventually, a man named Billy appears. He's the head or leader of this community, almost like a god figure, though not literally. All their devices and mobile phones are taken from them to fully disconnect them from the outside world. Hannah tells them the outside world has brainwashed them, but not to worry, because in a few days, the effects will wear off. The Great Naga always helps them. At night, Elena, can't sleep and goes outside. Her bracelet no longer works. Elian joins her. Meanwhile, Doug discovers that the FBI is also researching the matter, most likely looking for Dr. Skinner in the Tower of Truth. Chris is worried about Elena and Leland. On the other hand, Axel is preparing himself, warming up, practicing parkour, staying ready. Leland asks Elena if the woman she met earlier was her mother. Elena explains that in this place, everyone lives like one big family, so she doesn't refer to anyone as mom. All adults are treated like parents by all the children. The next day, Hannah shows them around the community. Everything here is self-sustained, no money, only a partner system for exchange. They finally sit down for a meal, and someone asks Leland about his past. He explains that he used to have a job but faced many problems and had to run away from people. He's talking about his time with the Lazarus team and how messed up his life was. They're served a strange soup, which Leland finds disgusting. Billy tells him to drink it, saying that only by doing so will he become a part of their family. Leland drinks it, although he's clearly uncomfortable. Meanwhile, others have found some information about Naga. They retrieve a 15-year-old report about an AI software developed by MIT that mimicked the human neural network. It was based on the nervous system and modeled after the most intelligent brain after Einstein's, Dr. Skinner's. So basically, this AI, Naga, was developed using Dr. Skinner's mind as a model. The FBI is also starting to show interest in this commune. They suspect Skinner might be hiding there. Leland is shown searching for any trace of Skinner but finds nothing. He then says it's time for Plan B, meaning they'll try to access Naga directly. At night, Elena and Leland go to the system. They cause a power cut, leaving only Naga's main server on. They finally reach the server and attempt to access it. They manage to find Naga's memory block, but suddenly it shuts down. Billy shows up, it's revealed that Hana had seen them. She had already spoken about them, so it's obvious they must have committed a major sin. The people say, "Tomorrow is our holy festival, and both of you will be presented before the world, and your grave mistake will be revealed. After that, Naga himself will purify you." Next, we see a scene of Do, who has discovered the truth about Billy. He finds out that Billy was deeply attached to Naga. That's why he helped extract this AI from MIT and then started his own cult, where he made this AI into a god so that people would worship it. After that, he cut off all connections between the cult and the outside world. Axel says, "So you're telling me this AI is a copy of Skinner? Then don't you think it will also try to kill people like Skinner did and attempt to destroy the world?" Then we are shown that Leland and Elena have been locked up in a jail. They don't understand what's going on or what this purifying or holy festival means. Elena says, "I know what purifying means. But when I was here before, there was no such thing as a holy festival." She explains that in the name of purification, they used to take people away, and after that, no one ever saw them again. Leland gets scared and says, "Are they going to chop off our heads or something?" Then Hana shows up and says, "No, you're going to be burned alive during the holy festival. We'll watch you burn, and afterward, we'll all renounce our bodies and burn ourselves too. The whole commune family." Elena says, "Hana, what are you doing? Do you really want to live this kind of life? Think about it." Hana responds, "Do you know why I was always jealous of you? Because you got your freedom so easily, while we were stuck here. That's when I decided to put my faith in Naga and follow all instructions. I told myself I shouldn't have my own thoughts. But why did you leave me? I was angry because you got away so easily." Hana becomes emotional. Elena tries to comfort her and says, "Be strong. Everything will be alright. This is not your life." Hana begins to soften a little, but then regains her composure and says, "No, I have to go." Leland stops her and says, "Listen, there's a smoke bomb in my bag. If you ever feel brave enough to help us, use it." The next day, the holy festival begins. A huge fire is lit, and Leland and Elena are tied up above it. We see that Hana has taken the smoke bomb. Just when the execution is about to happen and they're about to be burned alive, Hana runs in and throws the smoke bomb into the fire. Red smoke starts rising from the flames. It's a flare. Axel sees it and says, "It's time." Everyone rushes in, and the rest of the cult members panic because normally black smoke rises, but today it's red. They think Naga is angry with them. Everyone starts rushing into the tower and presses an emergency button. They go inside and start praying. Finally, Doug, Axel, and the others arrive. A fire breaks out inside the tower. The emergency basically means that Naga will kill them all, or rather, they'll sacrifice themselves. Axel and Chris arrive and manage to save Leland and Elena. The FBI also shows up. Leland tells them that these people were about to kill them and must be stopped, meaning they have to save the rest of the people too. Meanwhile, Billy is praying to Naga, but the statue of Naga falls on him. The FBI has already arrived, and some of the cult members are rescued. Leland thanks Hana for her help. When Axel enters the building, he finds something and says, "Hey Naga, what did you gain by killing your own followers? Does that make you God?" As Axel begins to leave, he hears a voice from behind replying, "I was told I would become God." That's when I realized a god isn't a god until he starts playing with human lives. Axel responds, "You're not God. You're just a machine with loose screws." They return to their base and begin researching the memory block they had retrieved. That night, Elena can't sleep and goes to Chris to sleep beside him. Meanwhile, while they're asleep, the data is being analyzed. Some keywords start to appear, but we'll learn more about that in the next episode. Finally, the episode ends here, 17 days left before the end of the world. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.